Abandoning a child is violence. Suppressing a culture is violence. Neglecting school children is violence. Punishing a mother and her child is violence. Discrimination against a working man is violence. Ghetto housing is violence. Ignoring medical needs is violence. Contempt for poverty is violence. Even the lack of willpower to help humanity is a sick and sinister form of violence.
I've done everything that I can walking through life never to cause anybody pain or anybody trouble or anything like that. I don't steal, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I'm just out here stuck. And it's all financial, it's all the greed, it's garbage, it's totally unfair. These people that have got money, God damn it, get up and build us some affordable housing. It can be done, it can be done.
This is a big walkie-talkie.
I want a job. I want to work. That's all I want. I don't want anything for free. I want to work for it.
This is my first time in my life being homeless. It's nothing wrong with being homeless. But if you're homeless without a plan, then that's a problem. Because then you're homeless and you're hopeless.
Not everybody's making the same money like others. So who's doing the dirty job? It's us. We get paid less. So we not can support our families with what, $200, $300 a week? What are we doing with that? That's nothing.
Right now, this heroin has come back with a vengeance so badly. There's almost every family in America is affected by this disease one way or another. It's ugly and it's unfortunately it's not going away.
These are human beings and their lives matter.
Sweeps are designed to have the illusion of progress when all we're doing is depriving individuals who have next to nothing their right to exist at all.
Oh, did you get that cop carrying that bike? By the way? Okay, that's a police stealing private property.
There's 11 laws on the books as soon as you stop walking. Anything you do at that point is illegal.
All in all, is when the cops do these sweeps, people get stressed out. You have to get your stuff moved within an hour or less than that.
These guys, these officers here, are taking my stuff and they're throwing it away. Everything I own, stealing my stuff, which they say you can go get back in the DPW yard, which you never get back.
Those who have to live on the streets in Minneapolis are like warriors fighting nature for survival. And even though organizations like the Dorothy Day Center or Simpson Housing Services are striving to provide temporary shelter and support, services demand still far exceeds their capacity. These centers are often operating at full capacity, forcing some people to sleep outdoors, even when temperatures fall to extreme lows. The government and community organizations have made efforts to find solutions. But are these efforts being hindered by factors beyond their control, such as a lack of funding and resources? So what is the long-term solution? Can we change this reality when both the federal and state governments cannot keep up with the increasing number of homeless individuals? This question is not just an issue for Minneapolis or Minnesota, but for the entire country.
Any place to go that's safe. And that's the biggest thing they need. It's very sad. It's embarrassing. You know, it's not Minnesota.
Homelessness in Minnesota and Minneapolis isn't a story about bad choices. In any simple sense, it usually begins with one small slip in life, and then everything falls faster than a person can recover. First, there's housing. Minnesota continues to face a severe shortage of affordable rental homes for people at the very bottom of the income ladder. According to the Gap report, the state has only 39 affordable and available rental units for every 100 extremely low-income households, and experts estimate that Minnesota needs about 101,000 additional units just to close that gap. Minnesota doesn't lack programs to help people experiencing homelessness. The real problem is whether those programs can move faster than rising rents, deepening health crises, and the everyday setbacks that push people out of housing. Strategically, Minnesota Housing MHFA centers its work on the Prevent and End Homelessness framework, aiming both to stop people from becoming homeless and to help them return to stable housing by pairing affordable homes with supportive services. On paper, that approach makes sense. Still, the most recent point-in-time count shows that 392 people across Minnesota are experiencing homelessness.
Starving a child is violence. Suppressing a culture is violence. Neglecting school children is violence. Punishing a mother and her child is violence. Discrimination against a working man is violence. Ghetto housing is violence. Ignoring medical needs is violence. Contempt for poverty is violence. Even the lack of willpower to help humanity is a sick and sinister form of violence.